So yesterday we did some problems. Once again, I have to remember you. The unit of speed is equal to kilometer per hour or meter per second. The unit of speed is kilometer per hour or meter per second. What is the average speed? Average speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken to travel. Okay, average speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken to travel. We denote this as speed is equal to in S and distance d by time t. Speed is equal to distance by time. Time is equal to, what is that? Distance by speed. Okay. Distance is equal to speed into time. Distance is equal to speed into time. So suppose if I am taking the distance as some 320, in the problem itself I'll show for you. So here speed is equal to distance by time. Time is equal to distance by speed. Distance is equal to speed into time. One more formula we are having. 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meters per second. 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meters per second. 1 meter per second is equal to 18 by 5 kilometers per hour. Means, this why we are indicating means, if the value is given in kilometers per hour, if we want to change into meters per second, we have to use this 5 by 18. If the value is given in meters per second, if you want to change it into kilometers per hour, we have to use this 18 by 5. 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meters per second. 1 meter per second is equal to 18 by 5 kilometers per hour. And as I said for you, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. 60 seconds and 60 minutes is equal to 60 minutes is equal to 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds and 60 minutes is equal to 60 into 60, that is equal to 3600 seconds. That is equal to 3600 seconds. I hope you know how to do the multiplication. 60 into 60. 0, 0. 6 zeros are 0, 6 6 are 36. So we will get 3600 seconds. 3600 seconds. These are the very important formulas in this one. When we want to know about the time, for what purpose we will use? In many purposes. In athletics, in games, sports, while we are swimming. Okay, when we want to go to school, here also we know that within, they will tell that swimming, within 5 minutes you have to swim from here to there. Okay, then in sports, they will count how many minutes or how many seconds you took for running race or for high jump or for some other games, whatever we are playing, we will see the time. In games, they will use stopwatch. In games, they will use stopwatch. Before means, it used to be like a clock. The stopwatch used to be like this. Here the seconds needed used to be there, and here it starts working, and it used to show for the stopwatch. But nowadays we are using the stopwatch in our phones and even in the watches itself. We are ready to see. We will conduct a 1 minute game, we will conduct a 2 minutes game, we will conduct 30 minutes, 30 seconds games, and we will see our watch or a cell phone. Before we used to have a stopwatch like this, it looks like a clock. Did you understand? And one more thing, as I said for you, the speed depend to the cars we will have here. So here a speedometer will be there. It just moves from here to there and show for us this how much speed we are traveling. Did you understand that? This one, another two more problems we are having to solve. We shall solve that one now. So today's problem. The distance between two stations is 240 kilometers. The train takes 4 hours to cover this distance. Calculate the speed of the train. So see the question here. The distance between two stations is 240 kilometers. A train takes 4 hours to cover this distance. Calculate the speed of the train. What is given? The distance traveled by the distance traveled by the train is equal to 240 kilometers. Time taken to travel. Time taken to travel is equal to 4 hours. Okay. Then the speed of the train is equal to question mark. So what is given? Distance is given, time is given. What we have to find? We have to find the speed of the train. We know that what is our formula? Speed is equal to distance by time. Now that is equal to, what is the distance given? 240 by divided by, what is the time given here? 4. That is equal to 4 ones are 4, 4 6 are 24, 60. 60 kilometers per hour. Now, what is the speed of the train? Answer, 60 kilometers. What he has? Distance is given, time is given. What is our formula? Speed is equal to distance by time. Distance is equal to 240 kilometers. Time is equal to 4 hours. So, 240 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4. 4 60s are 240. So, 60 kilometers per hour. Did you follow? Then, next problem. Next problem. A train travel at a speed of 180 kilometers per hour. How far will it travel in 4 hours? So you can see here, see the question, a train travels at a speed of 180 kilometers per hour. How far will it travel in 4 hours? Speed is given, time is given. What we have to find there? Distance we have to find. So let us solve the problem. The speed of the train. Answer. The speed of the train. The speed of the train is equal to 180 kilometers per hour. Okay. The time taken time to travel. Time taken on. Time to travel is equal to 4 hours. Now the distance travelled by the train. The distance travelled by the train is equal to question mark. Okay. Speed is given, time is given. We have to find the distance. Actually, what is our formula? Speed is equal to distance by time. Now, speed is in our hand, time is in our hand. What we have to find? Distance. So, distance is equal to speed into time. Distance is equal to speed into time. Distance is equal to, what is the speed given? 180 kilometers per hour into, what is the time taken? 4 hours. See here, formula changed here. Before we did, speed is equal to distance by time. Now, speed is given, time is given. We have to find the distance. Distance is equal to speed into time. So, distance is equal to 180 into 4. That is equal to, see here, 180 into 4. 4 zeros are 0. 4 eights are 32. 4 ones are 4 plus 3, 7. So, the distance travelled by the train in 4 hours is 720 kilometers. How much distance? The train travelled 720 kilometers. Did you understand that? The speed is given, time is given, distance we have to find. A train travels at a speed of 180 kilometers per hour. How far it will travel in 4 hours? Okay, with this, we completed the problems what are given in the time. Okay, next, for suppose near with you a swinging machine is there. Okay, a swinging machine was there. What is that means? This question always repeats in the exam. A swinging machine was there with you. How many types of motions takes place in this swinging machine? How many types of motions takes place? When we are observing a swinging machine, we can see that 3 types of motions will take place. How many types? 3 types of motion will take place. 3 types. What are those? First one with needle. When we are seeing the needle will be in oscillatory motion. Needle will be in oscillatory motion. Why? Because it moves to and fro. Okay. Second one is the wheel. The wheel of the sewing machine is in rotatory motion. It moves in a circular path at a fixed point. The wheel moves in a rotatory motion. Third one, the cloth. The cloth moves in a rectilinear motion. The cloth moves in a rectilinear motion, means in a straight line. You have to understand this question. He will ask what are the different types of motions when we are trying to observe a sewing machine. When I am trying to observe a sewing machine, I can see that the needle will show oscillatory motion, wheel will show rotatory motion, the clothes will show rectilinear motion. Then when we are coming to a bicycle, we can see that the wheels are in rotatory motion. Okay, the cycle moves in translatory motion, or if it is taking a curve, if the cycle is it is moving in an hilly area, for suppose hill stations, we can say that it is moving in a curvilinear motion. It moves in a curvilinear motion. So, by today we have completed the total motion and the time lesson. In motion we discussed all the different varieties of motion. First, what is motion and what is rest and what are the different types of motions with examples, and we completed all the activities what are given in the textbook. Total 8 to 9 or 10 activities are there in your textbook. We discussed that one. Next we talked about time, and in time concept a homework was there that what is that when your school bell will ring, when your pledge will take place, the timings he asked. So now anyway you are not going to school, try to do it when you will enter into the school again. That concept was left over. But the remaining about the time, okay, what are the different times we are having and what are the problems, what is average speed, this all we discussed with today. The motion and time lesson has been completed. Tomorrow we will go with the new lesson. Thank you.